Hello, hello, hello. I am author and entrepreneur, the cerebral palsy, vigilante, Zachary Fennell, and you are watching episode 48 of Making of a Memoir, my video series documenting the hard work involved in writing and self-publishing a book. Today is Monday, October 18th. A little after 9 p.m., I created a plan for myself. If you recall from last episode, I am in the line editing process now of editing the manuscript. I've finished copy editing. Basically, I'm going through the 420 page Word document and running through the spell checker. I've learned today that it's been changed to editor, and so I was able to go through the entire document, make like 3 changes I needed to that was caught through the spell checker itself. Now I'm in the process of going through the grammar portion and making the appropriate changes there. I am on to chapter 11, going through that grammar checker. That I should finish up tomorrow. My current plan for the week, I worked 8 hours today and work 8 hours the next couple of days. But my plan for the week is just to do an hour a day editing, to edit an hour a day. It's been a productive day by the time anyone. To edit 1 hour every day. So today I split that up into 4 15-minute timers, 1 in the morning, and then 3 after 5:30 and I got back from work. The plan will be to pick up tomorrow. I don't work until the afternoon, so I plan to get my hour of editing in before work. Stay tuned. Checking in for Tuesday, October 19th, about closing in on 11 a.m. This morning, I did an hour plus of line editing with my manuscript using Microsoft Word's editor, basically going through all the grammar. I did 3 20-minute timers. And at the end of the 20-minute timer, I had only 2 chapters remaining, so I figured, let's go for it. Let's get through all the grammar checks today. Now I can take a moment to relax before getting ready to go to work. Tomorrow, I come back and there's these other checklists of items that the editor checker has, clarity, trying to remember some of those others. You're about to see it in this screenshot. Wednesday, October 20th, 8:07 in the evening, which means CP chat now has just started. Before I go full-fledged into my co-hosting responsibilities there, I wanted to get a chance to provide a brief update. As you know, the goal this week is 1 hour a day line editing the manuscript, going through Word's editor to enhance the manuscript. Today's my 3rd day in a row of working 8 straight hours. Before I went into work, I did a 15-minute timer between the time I ate dinner, after I ate dinner, to just now. I managed to get in 2 more 20-minute timers and then a 5-minute timer, putting me at an hour of editing for the day. Tomorrow I don't work until the evening. Good morning, 10 a.m. on Thursday, October 21st. I'm already 1 20-minute timer in for the day. For my second 20-minute timer, I thought I would just turn the camera on and record the work I'm doing, kind of have you along for the ride so you can also see the precisely the details word is catching and whatnot. So here we go, 20 minutes. So I got 14 remaining items under the clarity portion of editor. The problem one showing me right now is the sentence currently reads, initially what concerned me the most when I saw the mile markers being pulled were the logistics related to my hydration. The editor says, try avoiding words that might be unfamiliar to a reader, with logistics being the word they would like me to change. So, their suggestions are coordination, organization, or planning. I want to see what I want to do. Initially, what concerned me the most when I saw the mile markers being pulled were So now the sentence reads, initially, what concerned me the most when I saw the mile markers being pulled were how the situation was being pulled. So that were how needs to be fixed up a little bit, how the situation impacted my hydration plan. Initially, what concerned me the most when I saw the mile markers being pulled were how Initially, what concerned me the most when I saw the mile markers being pulled was how the situation impacted my hydration plan. And let's see. So that passes the clarity. Next up is the sentence, both of us thinking that more time would be measured in minutes. And the clarity, the troubleshooting, it has be measured, underlined, and saying who or what did the action would be clearer. So let me go back. She warned me the park would reopen to the public at 2 p.m., but also reassured me if I needed more time to finish that she and a select few would stick around until I finished. Both of us thinking that more time would be measured in minutes, how little we knew. If I needed more time. Thinking, would stick around until I finish. Both of us think. Both of us thinking that we would be talking minutes. How little we knew. So I've changed that to, she warned me the park would reopen to the public at 2 p.m., but also reassured me if I needed more time to finish that she and a select few would stick around until I finished. Both of us thinking that would be talking minutes. Both of us thinking that would be talking minutes. How little we knew. Let's see if that resolves the clarity issue. Looks like it did. We're down to 13 now. This next issue is, and again, this has been probably my most common clarity theme, is saying who or what did the action would be clearer. So this sentence is, that is when advice I had been given by another marathoner came to my mind. And this one is just less about, it's not so much I haven't said who is doing the action, I just need to rework the sentence. That is when advice given to me by another marathoner came to my mind. Boom. That resolves that. That was more of a simple switch something up. That is when advice given to me by another marathoner came to my mind. Let's see what's next on this clarity check. 10 left. Again, saying who or what did the action. Often this means I just need to rearrange my sentence. This sentence is at least. Looks like a comma after at. That shouldn't be there. The endless few miles apparently dwindling down to only 1 mile to go. Oh. Yes, that comma should not be there. That was something I just caught on my own there. Right. At least that was the word James was given by the Canalway Partner staff. So I think if I replace, at least that was, again, just rearranging the sentence. What Canalway Partners staff told James. And then get rid of this. So let's go back through now, make sure that makes sense. The endless few miles apparently dwindling down to only 1 mile to go. At least that was what Canal Partner staff told James. Me, I would believe we were at the end when the finish line came into sight. So 9 clarity issues remaining. Saying who or what did the action would be clearer. Saying who or what did the action would be clearer. The steel rails, which at one point were lined up to funnel the marathoners to the finish line, were no longer set up. So the steel rails, which at one point I think we could actually just write at one point funneled the marathoners to the finish line were no longer set up. The steel rails, which at one point funneled the marathoners to the finish line, were no longer set up. Rather, the steel rails, which at one point funneled the marathons to the finish line, were no longer set up. So I just had, rather than rearranging that sentence, just removing some words, and that took care of that clarity. Saying who or what did the action would be clearer. There's my timer. All right, 3:30 in the afternoon, still Thursday, October 21st, and I'm ahead of schedule. After the timer I had you join me along with, I finished up my hour for the day with another 15-minute timer. And then this early afternoon, I went ahead and did a couple more timers, put in another hour of editing on the manuscript. And then we've moved from the clarity to conciseness of my words. And I'm slowly making my way through that on page 96 of 420. And I will continue this plan of line editing 1 hour a day into next week. I have some reading I want to do over the weekend. I think it would be a good idea just to take a break from the manuscript. So over the next few days, I work all day tomorrow, which is why I wanted to get ahead and get both hours, get tomorrow's hour in today. And yeah, so that's where I'm at, continuing the line editing, going to next week. I felt like the plan this week worked out pretty well, where I was line editing 1 hour a day. So that's what I'm going to continue to strive for next week. Stay along for this journey by being subscribed to my YouTube channel and having rung the bell icon to receive notifications every time I publish a new video. What did you think of what I did today, turning the camera on and having you join me as I line edited? Did you enjoy that? You want to see more of that? Let me know in the comments below. And if you watch to this point, I have a feeling you've liked this video. So hit the thumbs up icon to show the world and YouTube you've liked the video. Until next time, remember, don't blend in, blend out.